What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel, and today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at all of the AEW toy reveals that were shown at AEW Double or Nothing Fan Fest. Alright, so this past weekend was the first of many it sounds like, AEW Double or Nothing Fan Fest, and part of Fan Fest, they had Jazzwares there to show off a bunch of new and upcoming product, and we're going to take a look at all of it. First up was stuff that we've already seen thus far, previous series of AEW Unrivaled and the upcoming AEW Unrivaled Series 6, which is going to feature Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, MJF, Chris Jericho, Chase Edition Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Rare Edition Jake Hager, and Hikaru Shida. And the first new piece we saw was this Chris Jericho with glasses and the pink jacket. Now, it's very similar to the Chase Edition Chris Jericho from Unrivaled Series 6, but the thing that we need to take home from this is the fact that this is an Amazon.com exclusive. And this is important because it shows that Amazon is now going to be able to carry AEW product and exclusives. I'm sure this is going to be a Series 6 exclusive, numbered along with Series 6. But this is exciting to know that in the future we could get more exclusives on the AEW line solely at Amazon, making it very accessible to fans. Next up, we learned that Jazzwares is working on a line of AEW wrestling buddies, and personally, I think these things look great. The size isn't as big as original WWF Tonka wrestling buddies. The design isn't similar. I think that they kind of took the idea of the wrestling buddy and they made it their own, and I think they did a great job. Different poses, arms up, arms down, different faces. I like that this Cody is in the AEW Unrivaled Series 1 gear. He doesn't have the neck tat yet. I wish he did, but I understand because what it's based off of was before he got it. I'm very excited about these. I'm curious about the price point. I'm going to shoot for that they're probably going to be between $30 and $40 each. The second wrestling buddy in the line is Kenny Omega, and I think that the facial resemblance is spot on. They have unhinged ears. He's got the finger pointing, getting ready to do the V trigger. He's in a different pose than Cody. I like that they're not all in the exact same pose, as I said before. I think that gives it a nice touch of originality. It puts Jazzware's own mark on the wrestling buddies, and it helps them evolve. I'm curious what these are going to look like in box, as I'm a mint in box collector. I will be getting all of these as I'm a huge Wrestling Buddy fan. I saved the best two for last. I'm sure you can already tell. They are going to be making a Darby Allin AEW Wrestling Buddy, and he's complete with his new skeletal tattoo on his left arm. He's got the taped wrist on the right. He's got the tights under the shorts, the makeup, the tattoos. I think it's a great resemblance of Darby Allin. It looks great. He's in a very neutral, traditional style wrestling buddy pose, and I think it fits him because it enables you to see the detail in the tattoo, and it's just so toyetic. I cannot wait to have this Darby Allin. I think this is probably my second favorite in the set, and it makes me want to buy all of them, and I definitely am going to. And last but not least, arguably the most toyetic man in AEW right now is Luchasaurus. How could they not give this guy a wrestling buddy? He has his arms up in like a victory stance. He has all of his tattoos. He's got the green gear on, the tongue out. The mask is spot on. He's got the braided hair, the wrist gauntlets. He's got the loincloth, the toe shoes. This figure is absolutely phenomenal, and I feel like even if people aren't collectors of the Wrestling Buddies, they're going to want to get this because this is just a work of art. I love the detail. I love the artwork on the cloth. Again, I'm a huge Wrestling Buddy fan, so maybe I'm biased here, but I think these look excellent. And now on to action figures. First up, Unmatched Collection Series 1. The first figure that we're going to show off is Kenny Omega. Now, before you say it, I know what you're thinking. Not another Kenny Omega. Now, listen. I would absolutely love to have new characters in every single line, but these main eventers, they're a necessary evil. So having Kenny Omega, Cody, Jon Moxley, it's going to happen. They're going to be repeated. But I do think this is looking to be probably the best Kenny Omega that they've done in the Unrivaled, Unmatched style. Next up, coming in with his third figure in the AEW action figure line is Dustin Rhodes, brother of Cody. I think we all saw this one coming as he's been wearing the blue, and I just figured they were going to do an easy repaint of having Dustin in the blue gear. It looks cool. It's toyetic. Is it necessary? I'm not so sure. He's not as prominent in a TV role as he used to be, and there's also a lot of guys who deserve figures now, but again, they want to put familiarity out on the shelves. I get that, and I guess he is a veteran in the wrestling world, so it's necessary to have veterans on the shelf for a fairly new action figure line. Darby Allin returns to the action figure line with his third release, and this is honestly my favorite so far. I love that he has the updated arm tattoo, just like the Wrestling Buddy. I like the dead tree silhouette painted on his chest, abs, and his face. I think it's just a good look. He's got the heart, the star on the tights. Very cool figure. He's toyetic as hell. I feel like any figure they do of Darby Allin, it can't possibly be a miss. And now we're getting a new debut figure in the Unmatched Collection Series 1. It's Miro, formerly Rusev, so now he's been made in both the WWE Mattel action figure line and now the AEW Jazzwares line. I think this head scan is pretty cool. A leak of the boxed version, final version, was shown online the other day. And personally, I think the arms look a little skinny, but I'm holding off my reservations until I see the final product in promotional photos. And last but not least, someone who's deserved a figure, AEW Unmatched Collection Series 1, Dr. Britt Baker. We all kind of knew this was coming. Jeremy kind of hinted at it and teased about it for quite some time. But Britt showed off a picture today of her holding two Britt Bakers, and it appears she could either be the Chase in the Unmatched set. It's not public knowledge as to whether or not it's going to have chases, or it could be the long-rumored Ringside Collectibles exclusive Britt Baker. Now, here's something we kind of knew was coming. The Unmatched collection can have a variety of different action figure styles, as Jeremy Padawer told us. And here is the LJN style Cody Rhodes that is going to be in Series 1. It's better than the Classic Superstars LJN style figures. It's not as boxy, I would say. A little bit more lifelike than those, but not exactly LJN style. Not as true to form. However, I will say the box is, the colors on it, it even has the Wrestling Superstars logo, the LJN logo. It comes with a poster. The background has the fans behind the figure. It's really cool. My only qualm with it is, as a mint on card collector, I kind of wish it stuck to the black and gold to be uniform, but I kind of do dig this. I'm on the fence whether I like it or not. It's just how it's going to display with everything else. Moving on, we're going to take a look at AEW Unrivaled Series 7, and first up is another re-release, and that is Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks. He comes in his black, purple, and Laker gold gear. It's a pretty cool figure, to be honest with you. I'm just not sure that consumers and fans of the line are ready for it. However, here it is, we're getting it. And of course, if we're getting Matt, you know, also in the set is going to be Nick Jackson. And here he is in the exact same matching gear. I do like this gear best of all the ones that we've gotten so far because, you know, I'm a sucker for purple and gold. However, I do think it's a little soon, but it is a necessary evil. And on to debut figures, we have Cash Wheeler of FTR. He's got Cash on the white tights. Something about the head sculpt, though, I'm not too crazy about. I think the head looks a little thin. I don't think his beard looks as thick, and it doesn't really resemble him too much. The body mold, I think, is a little too skinny for Cash. But that said, I think this is going to really rival his WWE Elite. And of course, if we're getting Cash, you know we're getting Dax. Again, there's something a little off with the head sculpt. I'm not sure what it is. Again, this is a very early render. He does come with the knee brace, the matching white, black. I think it's cool that we're going to have Revival figures or FTR figures in both WWE Elites and Unrivaled collection figures. Now, next up is a guy that I can't believe it's taken him this long to get an action figure in the AEW line. He hasn't had a figure since the TNA Marvel line, and that is Lance Archer. He's in the black and red gear. He's got his tattoos on his arms and on his back. He's got like that graveyard on the back, that all black graveyard, which is pretty cool. He's of course got the Murder Hawk. He's got a screaming head scan. This figure is awesome, and this is a must-have for me. I cannot wait to pick it up. Last but not least, in AEW Unrivaled Series 7 is a figure that I've been waiting for a while just because I think that she is very toyetic, and that is Nyla Rose. However, I'm a little disappointed seeing this render. Again, I don't like to hold judgment until we get the final version, but the head just looks way out of proportion with the body. Something's a little off about it. The proportions are just way off, and I know that she is not the most aesthetic and built person, but there's just something a little off with the body and the head mold. I just can't put my finger on it, but it just looks a little off. Not only did we see Unmatched Collection Series 1, but we got a look at the renders for Series 2. And first in the lineup is MJF, and yes, he's getting re-released again, but this one is different. I think this is so necessary to have in your collection. The Burberry style black, red, and Burberry design robe is great. It was done by TTD Wrestling, and he did an excellent job, and now it's being immortalized in action figure form, and it looks great. Next up, Santana returns to the Unmatched Collection AEW line, and here he is. He's got a black bandana. It's a little bit more updated than the one that we received. He's got the trigger fingers. He's got the black and orange overalls. He's got the tattoos. He looks great. I know a lot of people had an issue with the Unrivaled Santana because the torso was a little bit different color. Personally, I didn't even really notice it was that subtle to me, but we're getting another one. And if you're going to have Santana, you know you're going to have Ortiz. And here he is with an updated head scan, and I think this one is phenomenal. I loved both of the ones in his Unrivaled one, and I think these overalls just look excellent. He's got the rag hanging out. He's got the hair flowing. I think this, as much as I love the first Ortiz, I think this one is going to trump it. And this is the stuff I like to see. Curveballs thrown my way. I did not see Tay Conti getting an action figure this early or shown today. And here we are, Unmatched Series 2. We are getting Tay. She's in the green gear. Looks great. The hair is phenomenal. The likeness is phenomenal. And I don't have it on this video, but when she turns around, she definitely has the badonkadonk. Those cheeks are out, and I can't even believe they sculpted them that way, but the figure looks true to life. Next up, to accompany MJF, we have his right-hand man, Wardlow. He comes in the singlet. He's got the black, the green. He's jacked as hell. And look at that head sculpt. I think it's spot on for Wardlow. He looks great. This guy looks like $1 million, and I'm telling you, he's going to be moving his way to the top. He just has it, I can tell. And it's nice to see that he's getting his first figure already, and it looks excellent. And last but not least, the AEW debut of Sting. Now, you'll notice that on the graphic, it says Luminaries Collection. As we said, Jeremy Padawer did say that the Unmatched Collection is going to feature other versions of figures, different styles. So I'm not sure if this is going to have all of the Unrivaled / Unmatched Collection articulation or what the deal is with this. But this Sting is the first figure in the quote-unquote Luminaries Collection. And next up, we're going to finish off with some graphics. It's pictures of the lineups, but we're not sure if the pictures on the graphics are what the figure is going to be wearing, as they're not renders, it's just pictures of the actual person. So first up is Unmatched Series 3, we have Stu Grayson. Next up in Unmatched 3 is Johnny Hungy, John Silver. Another very toyetic guy in AEW. We are getting Evil Uno in Unmatched Series 3. And here's another one I've been waiting for. Unmatched Series 3 is going to see the debut figure of Anna Jay. And finally, last but not least, the late, great, exalted one, Brody Lee, is finally getting an action figure in the AEW action figure line. I'm very happy to see this. I know some people weren't sure when he first passed away, but Jeremy made a point to say he's definitely getting a figure. And the special figure in this set is going to be a Wrestling Superstars LJN style Darby Allin. As you can see, he's kind of in the LJN Series 1 Hulk Hogan pose, and I think it looks great. I think I like this one more than the Cody Rhodes, and these definitely do look more LJN-ish than the Classic Superstars. Now we have more lineup graphics. AEW and Unrivaled Series 8. First figure up is going to be Trent. And if you're gonna have Trent, you gotta have the other half of the best friends, so obviously we're getting Chucky Taylor. And as we know, she's been joining them on Dynamite a lot. We're getting everybody's favorite alien, Chris Statlander. I can't wait for this one. And this is going to make the fans angry. Accompanying Trent, Chucky, and Chris is going to be re-releases. We're getting another Chris Jericho, another Jon Moxley, and the second Orange Cassidy figure in the Unrivaled line. Now this should make up for it, because we were told by Jeremy that we were going to get more non-wrestling role-oriented staff, and we're getting the first one here. We are getting a Ref Aubrey Edwards action figure, and this figure is actually going to be a Ringside Collectibles exclusive because it's going to come with the second version of the AEW authentic scale ring. As you can see here, she is the additional extra figure, and I think that's an awesome idea to get her into the line. So what a weekend it was at AEW Double or Nothing Fan Fest. We saw a lot of great upcoming content, a lot of great upcoming product. We're getting unmatched lines out the wazoo, a bunch of unrivaled lines. We're getting exclusives. We're getting wrestling buddies, LJN figures, luminaries, whatever that is, we're getting them. And I think there's a lot of excitement coming in the AEW toy line. So keep an eye out for more stuff. A lot of these things are going to be hitting Ringside Collectibles for pre-order. And if you pre-order, make sure you use the code FIGHEEL at checkout to save 10%. And yeah, take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeel. Check out my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Head over to Heroes Hideout for all your figure needs and use code FigHeel at checkout to save 10%.